Hey, you guys. Okay, so we have gotten asked a lot of questions about what is attraction marketing? How do you get people to come to your inbox asking you for information on the products or business? So we wanted to kind of put together a little bit of a training for you guys. So today we're going to kind of cover what exactly attraction marketing is, why it's vital to your online business, and how you can kind of start implementing this into your business so that you can attract more customers, more business partners, and you can do that fast. Okay. So, attraction marketing, you guys, it's basically just a marketing strategy that attracts customers and business partners to you who already want to buy what you have to offer. Okay. So, the concept of attraction marketing as a marketing strategy, it's going to help you set your brand apart. It's going to help you clearly define who your target markets are and what are their wants and needs. And then it's going to allow you to serve them better than other people. Okay. So with that being said, I want you guys to know that it is not about faking it until you make it. Okay. So attraction marketing really is about getting good at something that your target audience wants. And it's about serving and impacting your audience with consistent value. Okay. So there is basically the formula. It's about serving and impacting your audience with consistent value. And so I say it's not fake it until you make it. And I saw this quote and I really love it. And it's that says, money is just a representation of how much value you bring to the world. The more value you inject to your audience, the more money you make. It's the law. Okay. So I do not think that this is about faking it until you make it. It's about being authentically you. Okay. So that brings us to step one. And that is the realization that you are the brand. Okay. You must brand you, you guys, not our company. We love our company. Trust me, I am a huge fan of our company. But at the end of the day, people join people, not companies. And they're looking for leadership. They want to know that they can look at you or your profile and say, wow, this girl is somebody I want to hang out with. I want her to teach me how she is doing what she is doing. So the very first step in attraction marketing is to step up and realize that you are the leader and you've got to see yourself as a leader. This was particularly hard for me, but as soon as I did get into that mindset by digging into some personal development and just realizing that I needed to own my shit, you guys, I have seen so much growth from that. Okay. Because at the end of the day, your prospect cares about one thing, and that is what is in it for them. Okay. So there are three big reasons why you want to brand yourself and not necessarily our company. And that is number one, again, people buy products from and join people, not companies. Okay. They are going to know, like, and trust you. And that's why they join you. If you can become a leader in your prospects' eyes and they feel that you can get them where they want to go, they're going to join you. That's why this step is so important, yet it tends to be the hardest one for people. So now that you know that people join people and not companies, stop marketing the company up front, okay? So the second thing is that branding the company will guarantee you lose companies. And here's why, you guys. We all know that if you are building your network marketing company all over Facebook and Instagram and social media, and you're sharing what the company name is, there's going to be a percentage of your prospects that are going to Google the company before you connect with them. And the chances are that they're either going to find another leader to work with, or they're going to find some crazy article or YouTube video that's going to tell them not to join the company. So we do not want to be putting the name out of our company, branding our company, because honestly, you will lose customers by doing that. Okay. And the third reason to brand yourself and not really so much our company is because you are stability. I know that may sound crazy to you if this is not your first network marketing company. This is actually my sixth network marketing company. But at the end of the day, my audience has learned and grown with me, so they now trust me, and they know that I am going to build my business on concrete, not quicksand, because I am branding myself. Okay, I am the branding one. That's why people don't necessarily care where you end up, because you are building your brand about you, not necessarily about your business. Okay. So step 2, this is another super, super important one that I don't think a lot of people realize that you need to do this in order to truly attract customers and rep. And that is to define your audience. Okay. Get crystal clear on who your audience is. Who are you speaking to? A big piece of the brand you is going to be, who are you? What is your passions, you guys? What is your vision? What group of people do you want to impact? So, for example, a health and wellness company like we're going to decide that who is our core audience. Are you most passionate about, maybe eating organic foods and clean eatings and diets and gut health and exercise, or are you super passionate about training people and teaching business owners on how to get traffic and leads? Yes, there's definitely a way to combine both. But what is going to be your brand, right? Who are you? A big piece of the brand you is what your vision is. Okay. So I actually have a customer avatar worksheet that I will share with you guys in the comments here, so you can go ahead and kind of figure out who you're talking to. Because at the end of the day, you guys, you're going to have to get excited about creating content around this subject matter for your audience every single day. So that creating that content, that's your posts, that's your live videos. Those are your topics for you guys. So this is super, super important. Step 3 now we kind of have figured out who we're talking to. If you know me, a large part of my audience is specifically stay-at-home new boy moms. I know my child is 2, but did you hear how specific that was? And it can be very different from, let's say, somebody else who is not stay-at-home moms, but rather working moms of multiple girls or something like that. That target audience is going to be a little bit different than my target audience. So get specific with yours because of step 3. You need to understand what your audience's biggest challenges are. Once you define your target audience, take that time, brainstorm, and then write down their biggest challenges, their problems, their pains, their dreams, desires, and questions. So for me, as a stay-at-home first-time boy mom, a lot of my pain points for moms may be wanting to talk to somebody other than a 2-year-old, wanting to have some sanity in their lives with the chaos that boys tend to create. That is, an example as to what some stay-at-home boy moms issues may be. Because step 4, I'm going to take those pain points then about not, having anybody to talk to besides your 2-year-old, stay-at-home moms wanting to feel like they're contributing to their families financially, but also, emotionally and things like that. So we are going to want to create content with those pain points that addresses the audience's challenges. This is what we call value. When we are saying we want you guys to be posting value on your social media, this is what we are talking about. So I defined valuable content as any piece of content that addresses your target audience's top challenges, problems, and pains. Content that provides solutions and answers to your audience and what they would see value in. Okay. So this is anything, you guys, that educates or entertains your audience simultaneously, and it's going to provide them solutions to the problems they have. It identifies, quote, an itch for your audience, and it scratches that itch. So like I was saying before, obviously I can easily talk about the business side of things and how it has really allowed me to connect with other stay-at-home moms who are also looking to earn some additional income and help their families. And I can talk about how this business has given me that opportunity to not only meet and talk to some amazing people, but then also help moms do the same thing for their own people. Okay, that would be an example of how I took a pain point from somebody in my audience and created a post in regards to that. Did you guys see how that kind of worked right there? Okay, so step 5, you guys, this is step 5 in attraction marketing, is to build a relationship with your audience. Okay, so I just want to be very, very clear that I like to define building relationships and building rapport to be two separate things. Building rapport happens normally in a private conversation on Messenger or in Instagram, where you are trying to randomly get to know the person you are talking to in that chat. This tends to not be effective because most likely what you're trying to do is build a little bit of rapport with this person, not truly care about them, and then just invite them to either try your product or look at the business. And that type of rapport does not work when you are prospecting people. However, building relationships is a little bit different than building rapport. You want to connect with your prospects. Yes, I'm saying have a conversation with them, like they are any other human in whatever it is that you talk to them on. And that means a good way to do this, for example, is follow their stories, reply to their stories, reply to if they put a vote up or if they ask for somebody's opinion. By doing this, comment on their Facebook. What are they posting about? Comment back on their Instagram posts. Connect with them. I'm not saying don't have a conversation with them in Messenger, but don't fake build rapport. Just uncover their pain points by following them a little bit, okay? Because then you're going to provide the painkiller. There have been many times that people that I have been following on stories or on Instagram, where they all of a sudden maybe talk about anxiety and depression. And it's at that point that I say, hey, would you be open to trying this product? I saw you talked about this, and I have this supplement that will really help you with that issue. Okay. I provided the painkiller. So for a majority of your prospects, in order for you to close the sale, you're going to have to build a little bit of trust and build a little bit of relationships. And that takes some time. And as you build that relationship by kind of dripping them a steady flow of content on your page that they would want to consume, that addresses their challenges. And as you're doing this, guys, regularly, you're going to kind of create that bond just by posting. It sounds crazy, but that is truly how you're going to build that relationship, as long as they begin to see you as the leader that you're already viewing yourself as. Because as you consistently send them this content, kind of put it in their face on their news feed, that's gonna make them feel like they can live a better life, they are going to start to gain trust from you. Okay, so building relationships is definitely super important so that you can follow this system. So here again, creating relationships means following up with your prospects, asking how they are, build a relationship with your audience, be vulnerable in your posts, you guys. Life doesn't always have to be perfect unicorns and rainbows. It's okay to share some vulnerable posts. And I don't necessarily mean that you need to be airing all of your dirty laundry. That's not what I'm saying, but get vulnerable. Make sure you're commenting back on every single person that comments on your picture or your live video. Continue to serve that audience daily by putting up new content that has that, again, that either is going to entertain or educate them on who you are as a person, as a brand. And it doesn't matter whatever business that you are in, it's people that are going to buy the products and services. You are in a people business now. Okay. So step 6, you guys, as we kind of already talked about here, is to figure out what those pain points are and provide them with the painkiller. So you can't provide the proper painkiller until you connect with your prospect and discover their specific need. It is going to be very rare that you just can go ahead and barely talk to a person and they're going to just immediately sign up, especially if you are new in this industry. And the best way to uncover the individual's pain is just connect with them, talk to them, comment on their stuff, reply to their stories. And it's then when you take that time to connect with your prospects and find out what their issues are, that you can give them the solution that's going to benefit them best based on where they're at and where they want to go. Give them what they want, you guys. Provide them value and serve them. Because as you give them solutions to your products, you're building relationships, you're gaining trust, and you're building that rapport without having it to be fake. And it's at that point that you can open the floodgates to a never-ending flow of customers. You guys, I swear you will maximize your profit potential and grow your business if you are following this. So the last step is something that is totally awesome and works wonders, but it is not something that necessarily you are required to do in order for attraction marketing to work, is ask for referrals. 90% of people, you guys, are most likely going to say no immediately. It takes 7 exposures at minimum for people to be ready to jump on board with you. So ask for referrals. Ask them if they know anybody who the product may help, and see what they say. Okay, so what platforms do you use? Most people use Facebook and Instagram when they are doing attraction marketing. There's no reason why you guys can't double dip, where that means if you're sharing valuable content on Facebook, that same content can be copy and pasted and be shared also on Instagram. I do get a lot of questions asked about Instagram, so a few top tips just about how to use Instagram with attraction marketing. I do recommend getting a bot. You can literally Google Instagram bot and just see what's out there. We have used InstaZood before, Kicksta, Gramista. My recommendation is if you are new and you are not somebody who frequently uses Instagram, make sure the settings are on low so your account doesn't get flagged that something is happening. But a bot really does help you target who that specific audience is by usually checking out some hashtags with that specific audience that you can kind of narrow it down. And it's going to like and follow people's content and people that they think you may want to follow, in hopes that they will then return the follow and or like. And it can help you also send some question or send some messages as well to all of your followers. So I definitely recommend that. And start with simple questions like, hey, thanks so much for the follow. I really enjoy your profile. This is kind of a random question, but any chance that you happen to like coffee and or cocoa, and just get the conversation started. One of the things that I really, really love to use that will truly help you step up your quote look in terms of branding is to download the app called Lightroom. You can literally Google free Lightroom filters and scroll through a bunch of filters. Actually, let me rephrase that. Free mobile Lightroom filters. And it will basically explain to you how you can take that filter and import it into Lightroom so that you can make all of your photos aesthetically flow together and look like they all have almost a pattern to them, just the same aesthetic flow. And you can decide if you're on Instagram, a lot of people do every other post. One post is a photo, and then the next post is a quote. And it kind of creates a pattern on the Instagram feed. That's something you can do. If you do this, I recommend keeping that solely to Instagram. Do not be posting a bunch of quotes on Facebook, as that content does not do as well on Facebook versus photos on Facebook do better. So yeah, you basically just want to have the same filter or fluid look. And if you are on Instagram, also Facebook though too, I really, really highly recommend you use stories, because that is how people are going to also get into your inbox to create the conversation and the relationships that I was just suggesting we do with our prospects. And so here are some last few tips I have for you guys when posting value. And that means the first one is no putting words over your photos. That is something that used to be highly recommended in the industry, but guys, to be completely honest with you, this industry is changing, and social media is constantly changing. So what was technically acceptable in network marketing 4 years ago is really not necessarily acceptable today. It's going to look spammy. And that is the one thing you do not want to do. You do not want to be posting, hey, come join my team, or hey, check out my products. You want to be telling stories and inviting in the story to check out, who wants to make big changes with me, or who wants to change their life with me, things like that. So no stock photos as well. So that means no going on Pinterest, finding a quote or a photo and posting that. Use your own stock photos. I honestly am going to challenge you as of today, whether you're watching this on a Monday or a Wednesday, make it 30 days where you do not use anyone else's photo or quotes but your own. Get creative with your photography. If you don't know how to get creative with your photography, just go to Pinterest and search coffee photography and recreate a photo that you connect to. Just do not use any stock photos for 30 days. Recreate pictures that you can use as your own, okay? The next thing is to take concepts, not words. So that means do not copy paste. In network marketing, a lot of us think that it's okay to copy and paste our leaders' posts, or maybe we will take half of that and post it, or maybe we'll just take a little bit of it. Honestly, don't copy paste ever. Even if it's a little bit. I really, really recommend, if you like the concept of what your leader was saying, and you liked the idea of that particular post, just essentially take the idea and reword it. What was their message? How can you explain that message to your audience? And the reason we say this is because as much as you think your audience can't tell that it's copy and pasted, they absolutely can tell that it's copy and pasted, and they will not even stop their scroll to read what you have to say unless it is coming from you in your own words. So with that being said, you guys, remember that facts tell and stories sell. Again, as we talked about at the beginning of this presentation, you are the brand. Yes, people want to know what the product is and what the product does for them. But at the end of the day, people really want to know why you're using the product. What is the product doing for you? Because if it's doing that for you, it's most likely going to relate to their pain points, and it's going to be a solution for them that they can then use as well. Okay. The last thing is stop call to action. Stop dropping a comment or dropping an emoji in the comments. Facebook is actually starting to flag these as spam, and your posts will not be shown as often. So just stop them, period, and create curiosity continuously. I think a lot of people think that you start this business and then people know what you're doing and you should never create curiosity again. You can name the product and the company and all of those things, and that is not true. You're going to consistently be growing your network, and adding friends and connecting with new people. So curiosity needs to be continuously created, in order for people to know. And don't feel like, again, this last one, feel like you need to be writing extra long novels, posts in order to create value. Sometimes don't forget that sometimes less is more. If you find something humorous, remake it and post it. Create with your, or connect with your audience, you guys, by giving them either entertainment or something that you can educate them on, something that they can learn about you or the product or your business. But also don't forget to entertain. Keep it short. Tell stories of your life. What is the funny thing that your child did today? Just be you. Less is more sometimes. Don't overthink this and just kind of have fun. So, with that being said, I hope that this was of value to you guys and that you can learn a little bit more about how to implement attraction marketing into your business. And if you guys have any questions or concerns, do not hesitate to reach out to me or your specific upline on how to clarify what this stuff means. So I will be doing another presentation on how to brand yourself a little bit more into detail. So stay tuned for that.